DJ Treylow podcast. Damn, my intro was shitty. We'll have to work on that. Anyways, man, another episode of DJ Treylow podcast coming at y'all April 6th, 2019, Austin, Texas. Yeah, man, that last podcast I did with Hockey came in here. That boy crazy, man. But I'm getting a lot of requests. I mean, he do a lot of cussing on the podcast, but I'm getting a lot of requests from people telling me to bring Hockey back. I guess he was a little bit of comedy mix-up for you. I'm too serious or something. Well, let me kick off this podcast. Like I said, it's April 6, 2019 in Austin, Texas. It's 66 degrees outside right now. You know, we're right here on Saturday. So, been a pretty, I guess, uneventful week so far. We finally getting some rain coming in. You know, April showers may bring flowers. So, the rain's coming down today. So, you know what that means. The grass is going to finally start growing. Because, I mean, during that wintertime, you got a bunch of weeds growing, but you don't have no grass growing. You got to go out there and treat the yard. HOAs be up your ass. I know my HOA's up my ass talking about I got too many weeds in my yard. That's $200 fine or something. I'm like, man, get off the gas, man. Worried about if there's a whole bunch of cars parked in one fucking I'm sorry, I shouldn't say fucking. I'm trying to clean up my cuss words on this podcast. Worry about if there's a bunch of cars parked at one house where you can't even park. I can't even park my car in the damn street. People, all my neighbors all parked on my curb right in front of my house. What the hell, man? Anyways, as you worried about some weeds, you know, that's just. But it's a new HOA, so I don't know. Maybe it's just they're trying to flex their muscle, you know, because they coming in hot, showing everybody what they about. You know, we got a new company running it or something like that. Anyways, local news. The first one article. Like I was listening to the podcast last week, and I was running through. Hockey was running through. Sorry, not me, but Hockey did some of the local news. I listened to him, and I noticed like he didn't take any pause between the articles, so it's kind of like, you know, you didn't know which one was which. So I'm gonna try to talk to him, do it this way. First article, we got local news number 1. So that way we can make sure we make some distinction. Also, he's supposed to have a special guest today, Mr. SRT, and talk about his new album release in the hip hop. And like I said, everybody talking about Nipsey Hussle done got killed this week. You know, I didn't really listen to none of his music, but we'll get into that a little bit later on the hip hop news. Right now, tomorrow, get ready for some BS. Hold on. Hold on, let me turn some of this crap down. There's no point in even having it up. Oh, God. Unprepared on this podcast. You know, knock some points off of this podcast. Here we go. At least we can actually stop all this noise. Okay. The first article I'm looking at tomorrow is going to be some bullshit. Driving in downtown Austin on Sunday won't be fun. You know why? Because they have the Cap 10K race. So if you are unaware about this big-ass marathon about to go down, you know, go buy your groceries today, which is Saturday. I know it's raining, but get out the house and go buy some shit because you don't want to get stuck behind one of these barricades. I'm telling you, it's no joke. You know, there's going to be all kind of cars jammed up, everything. I would have just avoid downtown altogether. And it's going all the way down South Congress. So those two major streets will be closed, South Congress and Barton Springs Road. So I'm letting everybody know, don't go down there. Now, this is a funny thing that I was looking at when I was looking at this article. Every time I watch a marathon, man, you know, I'll be in a bus or something, drive my bus. Look out. I don't see no like really, really fine fine chicks running a marathon. It's either these skinny, bony looking, tall chicks, or dyke looking chicks, or no booty, nothing. So I'm like, I don't know, man. I mean, I wish I had a marathon with just like strippers, with stripper bodies. You know what I'm saying? Now that would be live. I'd be like, okay, skirt, stop the bus. I can't do no more job this today. I just got to stand out here and watch this booty go by. But yeah, man. But I'm not knocking anybody that runs marathons, or they're gonna get on my comments and tear me apart. Man, I run a marathon every 2 weeks, man. I gotta stay in shape, man. And it's cool staying in shape. You know what I'm saying? I just hate people that brag about being in shape. That gets so annoying, man. Like, you go on Instagram, you got like a homeboy and he's posting like all these pictures in the gym, lifting weights or some shit. Come on, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody cares. Everybody works out. You know what I'm saying? And the people that don't work out, they don't want to see you taking a video of you lifting some weights. That's, you know what I'm saying? That's just retarded, man. Like, they so sprung on themselves. Like, I work out and people don't even know I work out because I don't make it public. I'm not trying to show off. You know what I'm saying? Not opening my garage, pumping my weights, or walking around with muscle shirts on. No, I just work out for my health. I'm not worried about impressing people or showing people I can work out. I mean, that's just lame to me personally. I don't understand that, But that's him. I mean, if that's your thing, that's your thing. You know what I'm saying? I think it's retarded, but I'm sorry, that's not the right. You can't say retarded no more. I think that's lame. But yeah, if that's you, that's you. Proper wording. So, now we'll go on to one more local news article. That was the first one. Here's a murder. This might be kind of interesting. Okay, here. One killed. Okay, this is the second article, number 2 article. One killed in San Marcos shooting. Police looking for suspect. The shooting occurred at the Uptown Square apartment complex on Thrope Lane, San Marcos, Texas. I can tell what's going on. It's a shooting. San Marcos police have obtained an arrest warrant for murder for 23-year-old Andrew Stephen Jones in connection to a shooting that occurred Friday night. The shooting occurred at Uptown Square's apartments, 1354 Thrope Lane. At approximately 6:57 p.m. yesterday, San Marcos PD responded to the complex in connection to a report of a shooting. Multiple callers said a victim had been shot in a parking lot. Witnesses also reported that the shooter was a black man, approximately 6'6" and 2 inches tall. So this is a tall dude. 6'6". Golly. You're gonna remember him. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if you like 6'1", like that's average, but 6'6", you're gonna be like, and he's wearing a yellow shirt and light colored shorts. So he's already standing out. I mean, that's number one thing. If you're gonna do like a homicide or try to shoot somebody, don't be wearing like some bright clothes and, be super tall. You know what I'm saying? And then doing it at 6:57 p.m. That's still daylight. This dude's not, I don't know, man. I'm thinking like a criminal. I shouldn't say that, but don't listen to that. He reportedly had a sleeve tattoo on one arm and was driving a silver SUV, which left the parking lot in an unknown direction on Thorpe. So they didn't know which way he was going, but he took off. Okay, officers arriving at the scene were able to administer first aid and apply several tourniquets to the shooting victim, identified as 21-year-old Nicholas Devon White. EMS arrived shortly after, and White was transported to Seton Hayes Medical Center, where he died from his injuries. He was pronounced dead by the Justice of Peace, and his body was transported to Travis County Medical Examiner for an autopsy. Detectives and crime scene investigators began processing the scene and located several witnesses, one of which stated he was meeting White at the complex to buy drugs. Whoa. So he was selling dope. Somebody either shorted somebody or he was selling on somebody else's territory. for the dude to pull up and blow him away. But that's sad, man. He was only 21 years old. That's sad. I mean, shit, he didn't even get to really enjoy life, and he already checked out. While at the complex, White and the witnesses were confronted by the man witness described who produced a handgun and shot White before fleeing in the silver SUV. So, blah, 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 blah. Anyways, man, it's a murder over drug dealing. I'm telling you. You know, she can get nasty, man, when you get into that business. Street business. All right, let me see if I can call up SRT right now. Get this boy on the phone before I do hip hop news. He's just sitting up here playing, man. Okay, here we go. And he's not here in person, so I'm gonna try one more thing. Y'all just stand by. I should go to a commercial break and shit. Hello? Hey, hold on a second. I'm trying one more thing before I'm already doing the podcast, bro. Hello? Man, this. Hold on. You there? Can you hear me? All right, hold on. You here?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, man. I already did like the local news and just talked about the marathon going on this weekend. So I'm pretty much just like going on to hip hop. I talked a little about Nipsey Hussle dying, but I didn't really get into like how you felt about the whole situation and him being a local rapper in a local town. Like it's hard to do. I always say, man, you get famous and you're a rapper, you got to leave your home city because there's too many haters. But SRT said he gonna be ATX ride or die, and if they kill him, they kill him when he gets his money. I don't know, man. You gotta, they give you warnings all the time. They say, hey, man, you can't hang out in the hood, if you get famous, because they gonna, something bad gonna happen to you. Too many haters. But I'm gonna let SRT talk about it.
Yeah, but shit, it's not that. Maybe it was how he acted when he was in neighborhoods. Then he became rich and everybody thought he was a dick. That's the only thing I see it. Because look what happened with Eazy and everybody else. Look what happened to all of them. Shit. Where they blew up at, they stayed at. Nothing didn't happen to them. Not really. Eazy was AIDS. That's because he couldn't keep it in his pants. You know what I'm saying? Other people. Who else? Shit. Look at Dr. Dre now. Look, they from Cali. They still there. No, some of that it's got to do with where you from and how you acted on your way up. If you was an asshole, you gonna get what you got coming to you. If you didn't treat people right, you got what you. You know what I'm saying? That's how it is. He. But I heard the reason why he was shot was because he had bought a whatchamacallit thing where he used to shop at, a little shopping mall thing where he used to shop at. And what happened was he had told a dude that, hey, you couldn't be around here, whatever, something, because I know where you from. Can you please leave or whatever? So the dude felt disrespected and came back, and that's what I heard how he got shot. Now, all he had to do was just mind his own business, whether the dude was there for good or bad. If he felt that it was for bad, all you do is call the police or something, and they would have escorted him out of it. But no, I guess he was trying to throw his weight around because that was his establishment. And I don't wish nothing bad on nobody or nothing, but that's what happened.
Yeah, I mean, I was hearing like different. I didn't read none of the article on it, but I was hearing like he does all this good stuff for the community, and he was like a positive person in L.A. and stuff. So like people were kind of shocked that somebody would come and try to kill him.
Yeah, and there was a all behind. He talked to a person. He didn't have to say nothing to the dude. If he felt that his place was, you know, his business or whatever was which was because he knew the dude where he was from, hood and everything. If he knew that this was a bad dude that he didn't want over there where he's at, all he had to do was say, "Well, look, I have somebody loitering around my place of business. Can you please send a police car, or whatever, by the just what's call it, whatever?" No, he tried to take it into his own hands, and that's what happened. The dude felt played because he probably knew that that was that dude's stuff anyway, and he felt played. So he's like, "Okay, fuck him. I'm gonna fuck him out. Excuse my language. I'm gonna fuck him out the game and his homeboy." Now, how do they feel about those apples?
Damn,
See,
man.
if he'd have probably used police or something, it'd have probably went differently.
So you don't think like what Bootsy was saying? You know, he can't stay in Baton Rouge, and he says, man, he said that on an interview one time. He said, man, you get rich and famous, you got to leave your hometown because there's too many haters. Like everybody in your town, they ain't gonna respect the fact that you a famous rapper. They're gonna look at you like I grew up with him. I know I seen him on the block, you know, when he was a little kid, and they don't look at you like, you know, you anybody bigger than them. And so then the hate and jealousy starts to build up because you riding around in brand new cars and all of this jewelry and stuff on, and then they start looking at that and despising you because it's like they look at you as just like them. You're no better than them.
Yeah,
Like versus you
yeah.
go.
See, I know where you're coming from. That right there. Everybody gonna go through that. I don't give a damn who you is, where you're from. It's just that it's how you carry yourself when you come around. Yeah, you really can't stay. You really like me. I would, if I could, I'd still be in Austin. But shit, I'd be out there in Westlake somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Up there in the hills. Come down here and help my people out, and that's where I'd be at if I ever did anything. It ain't like, you know what I'm saying? But I know I'm gonna be able to come back to the neighborhoods because of how I was when I was in them. You
Right.
know, I done start shit. You know, I come to try to help or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, I know where Boosie coming from. And see, you gotta also understand the motherfucker down there where he from. Them people is outrageous. I got family from down there. I've been down there. I seen what happens front and center to people that's in Baton Rouge and Louisiana and all of that. That's why they call it the murder capital of the world down there. It's because it's all cutthroat, you know, and they go they'll rob you for $10. You know what I'm saying? So it don't down there. I see what Boosie talking about, but you know, the murder rate ain't everywhere like down there in Baton Rouge and all of that. So I see where he coming from. You know what I'm saying? And me personally, this how I see it. I see it like this. If I'm gonna respect you, you should be able to respect me. But if my money make you act differently, then yeah, I probably would have to move around because if me personally, I fucking hurt you before I let you take anything from me.
Right. Well, hold on, just a second. I got to do this commercial real quick for this sponsor, man. Okay, I don't know if I can get this right, but hold on. Uh, Come into Jack's window tint. Tired of people looking in your car while you're in the store? Tired of the sun giving you a headache while you getting your cruise on? Come to Jack's window tint, where you can get your car jacked. No, hold on. No, I mean you can get it hooked up. Jack has all kinds of tint, even oh fuck that. I'll mess that commercial up. Jack has all kinds of tint, even the illegal kind if you want a ticket. So come to Jack and he'll come jack you. I mean he'll come hook you up. Damn man. I hope they pay me, man. I'll mess that commercial up. All right, back to SRT. All right, man. Hey man, I was trying to tell you, so what let's go on to you said you had a new album about to drop. Why don't you talk about that for a minute? Give them some info.
Well, yeah, on that, I'm gonna try to put 12 tracks, but right now it's at 10. But I'm gonna try to put 12. It's called Where's the Love? And that's the name of it. All it is dealing with different kind of elements of heart, mind, and soul. You know, like how can I put this? Like everyday life. It's like okay, you got sexual. Uh, dang, I can't explain it. I can't really explain it to you. It's just a compilation of everything that's dealing with heartfelt, hardship, things like that.
So how many tracks are gonna be on it?
Right now, it looks like 10, but I want to put 12 on it. That's what I'm headed for.
And like, how you gonna start it off? Like, you gonna start it off like with some hardcore tracks, and then move to like, maybe something smooth in the middle, then end it with a hardcore track, or how you gonna?
Yeah, yeah. It's a different type of speed. One track might go hard. Some might go soft, mellow. Some is about life. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be nice. It's just showing how I grew up. How I grew up off in music. That's what it's basically about. It's about uh it's about my vocabulary, how I went from A to B to C, and this one is C. It just I don't know. It just showed my maturity level on how my lyrics and how I grew up on the mic.
Okay, so basically, like you're talking about kind of like the whole, like your life now, like what you're dealing with now.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's basically what it's about. And some things in it, hey, people might laugh at me about, but it's real life. It's what I'm going through. Is you know what I'm saying? Is situations with my baby mama. Just trying to survive, trying to make it, and I'm not scared of nobody. But it's all dealing with how you say it. Like I said, it's all dealing with a maturity level. You know what I'm saying? It's more like a heartfelt.
So it's gonna be so it has a lot of deep feelings to it, basically.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you have any skits on it or features or anything like that you're gonna do, or just you solo?
Well, the first track is it's about me being solo. I wouldn't mind putting nobody else on it. The more it's just like a sandwich. The more you put on it, the better it tastes. But my voice, I can do something. I can do a lot of things with it, and I haven't made up my mind about no skits yet. It's in my mind. I just the right ones ain't pop to what I'm saying, pop to the front of my head. But I have thought about putting some kind of skits on it.
Okay, cool. And features, you don't know anybody like that would want to rap with you on there or something like that that would come and put a verse in?
Uh, yeah, I know a couple of people. My cousin Damage, he talking about he want to get on something. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, well, I see where that'll go in a minute. Then this other artist, he got his other thing going. He go by Young Neek or whatever, and he wanted to jump on something with me. So I just ain't made up my mind yet. Then there's some other artists that I know that I ain't spoke to in a minute. And my nigga Young Flame and let's see who else, what's that dude name? Tragic. You remember Tragic Tay?
Yeah, I remember.
He about to be working on something too, and I might try to see what he talking about because we've been staying in touch too.
That's what's up, man. Like last time I talked to Tragic though, man, he was kind of like moving away from the street and going like into gospel rap, which is, I don't know if he's still doing that, but he was more into like the gospel thing, and that's cool. I mean, whatever inspires you. I don't know if he's gonna go back into like the street rap or the regular hip hop rap.
Where the last time I seen him, he told me he showed me some of his material, and that boy got cold. The last time I seen him, he showed me some of his material on the phone on his phone, and he showed me a couple of songs that was unbelievable. And just I want to say, just last week we was on. I was talking to him on the book, and he was like, He's like, yeah, man, this rap game, I'm finna take it to another level. And I was like, well, yeah, bro, I'm in here. I'm about to get started on one too. And he said, that's what's up. Then he's like, all right, bro, I'll holler at you later. I was like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? So he said he about to put out something mean too.
Yeah, we need to get back into the shows too. Like I know Kmo was trying to set up a show called Put on the Green Light or something like that over there at Kick Butt, like in the next couple months, and he said he wanted you to get on there. So I mean that'd be good. That'd be a good little show to do.
I ain't tripping. I get on there. It's not a problem. I'm serious. Look, wherever the music take me, that's where I'm going. You gotta try. You can't never give up. I've been doing this shit for years.
What about the BMI? You didn't ever sign up for that? Cause like what me and SRT talked to a guy down there in Galveston named Mike, and he said with ASCAP you don't get paid for shows, but with BMI you get paid for shows, but you have to log it in. It has to be like an official show. Like, you have to have a flyer and everything and info and then send it in and you get paid for that.
Yeah, I still haven't did it yet. I probably when I hook up with you, I'll probably do that because you can only do it online. You know what I'm saying? I rather instead of my phone, I rather do it. You know what I'm saying on the computer where I can actually see it because you got to pay for it and everything online too. But yeah, BMI. I was always told not to side with it, but since like you said, we talked to the dude down there in Galveston, and it was very interesting what he told me about it. And yeah, I'm thinking about signing on that too because he also told me it was better to have two than one.
Okay, is there anything else you want to talk about before I end the podcast?
No, just I'm gonna get this album rolling. It's gonna take me a little time, but once it's finished, y'all gonna hear something that's live. You know what I'm saying? I got DJ Treylow making all beats, so his creativity on the beats is what's gonna bring out my creativity mind on this album.
Yeah, I need to work on some more beats. I've been kind of lazy lately. I need to work on some more beats, man. But I'm getting a new keyboard I think tomorrow, so I'm gonna play around. It's a standalone. I found out something about keyboards today because I was asking Kmo and he was like, "Give me weird information,"
Yeah.
and the word I was looking for is standalone because I wanted both. I wanted a MIDI and a standalone. Standalone is basically like the keyboard works without the computer. See what I'm saying? It records without the computer. It has some beat pads, some sounds.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Yeah, that's what those are. It's like the beat pad, but it's just in a which color. Yeah, I know what that is.
Yeah, so I didn't know the proper term for it. I kept on like putting in MIDI that works without a computer, and I couldn't figure it out. So if anybody looking on the podcast for a keyboard and is into producing and wants a keyboard that is without the computer, it's cool that I love having a MIDI if you got a good software and your MIDI's able to link properly and you're able to set up your pads, your drum pads properly. It's cool. But sometimes I like computers always have issues. Sometimes with the software, with the hardware that crash on you, certain things like that. And I always like hands-on stuff. Stuff that you can actually do without the computer. Now the thing is with standalone is you can do that, but of course, like your snares and your kicks, I mean, they're gonna be on point to a certain degree, but without the computer assistance to actually line those notes up properly, like quantize them, you're gonna be a little off on some of those. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and see when I had my own studio, I had almost $1 million studio at a fraction of the cost. The only thing I needed was that mini keyboard thing. That was the only thing that was missing. And them things they really expensive, but they work for what you need them for. I tell you that. Yeah, they kind of expensive, but When you doing keyboard and music, hey, I'd rather get the best and get the best quality than the than than to get the worst and have the worst quality. So yeah, I know about the mini keyboards. They pretty cool.
Yeah, so like I said, if you're looking for both, I would recommend both because you can get a standalone, but make your beats and then transfer it to a computer or something, burn it to CD. But like I said, if you're actually using your fingers to plug in notes, they're not going to be perfect every single time. They're going to be somewhat perfect, but not just on point. Like, there's going to be like one note that's a little off every now and then. So I recommend if you like doing both, get a standalone and a MIDI, combined. And that's what I was looking for. And I finally found a keyboard that has both. So I can do both. If I'm just in my room, not next to my computer, and I just want to practice. You know what I'm saying? And I can just go in there and play around with it. So
Yeah, I know what you mean. You gotta play around. If you did, that's just like when you record. If you can't play around with, you gotta play around with your voice before you can get it mastered. And so I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah, and all it does, it makes you better and better in the long run.
now Kmo, he talked to me about this thing called Complete, and I didn't even know about that. SRT knows about it. Why don't you tell them about it? I don't know about that box or anything.
Complete. Well, wait a minute. Complete. What is that? I don't even think I know about it.
I thought you said you had one in the studio that you had. It's called Complete. It's a box that has like 700 different sounds or something like that, and you
Oh
plug.
no, I didn't have that. I didn't have that one. No, I didn't have that. I did not have that box. I didn't have that box.
Okay,
Uh-uh.
okay.
I had
Well,
a complete box.
I just
I had that. That motherfucker costs money. I didn't have that one. That's one thing I didn't have. Everything I had was doing with digitally. Um, uh, uh, I can't even which call it right now. Yeah, but I didn't have that complete box. Uh-uh.
well, I
I
mean,
didn't have that one.
what Kmo's saying is about $500. There's, I think the 11 version is out. It might be the 12, but I mean, you get like 500 different instruments and thousands of sounds that you can sit up there and play around with. Like if you're into producing and you want to just have like one box that has like thousands of sounds. So you just go through each sound or each instrument. You're not just late. You're not just pretty much down to like piano and
I know
drum.
what you mean. I know what you're talking about. See, but all my programs that I use, it had all the sounds that I use. That's why I didn't need the complete box. All it is all the samples, all the snares, all the different types of beats that if you got one on the snare where it's so many compositions on it the way you can break it down and it's gonna sound different with different tones, different speeds, different frequencies on it, and all of that. That's what that basically is. I didn't have it though, but I know about it.
Well, I gotta end this podcast because this little dude over here in the other room is being quiet. You know how kids are when they get quiet; they're tearing up something, man. so, I'm gonna call SRT right back when I get done with this, and I'll post you. All right, check out SRT. You got anything else to say?
Hey, like I said, me and Treylow we about to put this album together. We're about to get in the studio. Two great minds on one album. Just wait for it. Oh, and don't forget, he got a book out too. Tell him about your book. Did you tell him that?
I think I told him 2 podcasts ago, but the rectangulars, go get it. I said book people, but I said six in Congress. It's not six in Congress. It's six in Lamar at book people in the horror section. If you want to go grab a copy, it's a blue cover. It's got a ocean wave on the front. And it's kind of hard to find because they don't have. I'm not a famous author. They don't have the facing. It's kind of like they only got it to the side. You know what I'm saying? So you have to kind of go through the horror section. It's up there on the left corner. I think right when you walk to the horror section near the top. All right, I'm checking out. I'll holler at y'all later.